Hello world, hello world. Yes, today's topic is on expensive bags. Well, if you ever thought about buying a Louis Vuitton bag, it's actually shockingly, much to my surprise, I should add, that I just discovered that Louis are actually being made in rural Texas. According to Yes, wild to say the least. Just think about it. At one time, there was a certain allure to owning a Louis Vuitton bag. It's a sign of luxury, a symbol of status, and timeless fashion. However, the extensive amount of counterfeit bags being sold can turn this dream into a nightmare. But fear not, there are ways to find out whether or not you have a fake Louis Vuitton. However, open production in rural Texas, I guess, to save on money. However, fast forward to the price of a Louis Vuitton bag, and it is now being discovered that 40% of the leather hides, 40% that is, of the leather hides, according to one staff member, have been plagued with, we'll say, problems limiting the production of such coveted items, such as the $2,700 bag Vidom Opera bag, for example. According to, again, news articles, it's reading that one senior fashion industry source stated that the one problem is that the bags are not being made at its best due to, we'll say, unskilled or just not experienced as bag makers. So again, that would explain the 40%, we'll say, loss of resources. Wow. At the expensive cost of a Louis Vuitton, again, the fact that I'm now learning that bags made here in America by Louis actually, according to news articles, states that the leather workers at the factory lack the skills to hit the high targets needed for the bags to pass quality control, prompting many to try to cut corners while the waste products piled up. According to several former staff members. However, one anonymous former employee also who worked at the factory back in 2023 admitted that she had cut corners like using a hot pen to melt, quote unquote, canvas and leather to conceal imperfections in the complicated Vidom Opera bag. Wow. Well, folks, I guess the moral of this story is that I always thought, again, the Louis Vuittons made over in Europe was always going to be the best of the best, and somebody once told me that none could be replicated. As you can see, check your Louis Vuitton. If it says made in America, it more than likely has some imperfections. It's probably on the bag. However, the price of these bags, you would think one would not take shortcuts, but as you can see, if you own a Louis Vuitton Vidom Opera bag, I think you should make sure to check it out to see if everything is on the up and up. Wow. Well, folks, if there's any encouragement, this past Easter, according to news articles, the Kardashians' luxury Easter baskets included a $900 Louis Vuitton purse. Oh, how I wish I had attended that Easter hunt. Must be nice.